Morning, everyone. Today is May 13th. The goal for today is to get some basic information about two of the styles. We'll cover the other two styles tomorrow and then talk directly about rap on Friday. Um, but your due for today is going to be filling out this graphic organizer as I go through it, um, just so that we all have the exact same information. Um, Having you do the research yesterday was useful. Some of you got some really good ideas from it, but I want to make sure we're all on the same page. Okay, so griot is a musical style. It's kind of a tradition from West Africa primarily. Um, the focus of griot is on storytelling and maintaining an oral tradition. It could also be the role of an advisor. Um, the idea of a griot is that they kind of know everything. They are the music people, but they're also knowledgeable because they're interested in the traditions, which is the primary uh, way that they interact with music. So the focus of griot is on storytelling. Who is griot? Rather than me answer that for you, uh, this is Sibo Bangura. Um, we're going to hear him play a little bit, play and sing, and then he's going to talk about griot.
Thank you. Thank you so much. My name is Sibo Bangura from West Africa, a country called Guinea. I was born in the music family back home. So, which is music family back home, we call it griot. Griot, the people who born inside music. And they carry through the same culture from the great parent to the grandparents to the mom and to the dad. So, like me, I was born in a music family, so I was a griot. So in Africa, if you are griot, you can be playing instrument or storyteller. It's not only the griot, all of them play music. Some of it, they don't play music, but some of it, they're storyteller. And some of it play music. So some of the griot, without music, their life is a little bit missing. Okay? So like me, my life is music. So if I can do music, something is missing in my life. Okay, that's how griot. And back home as well, if you're not born in a music family in West Africa, your parents they won't let you play music because you're not griot family. But now things change. Everybody can do whatever they want to do. So this one's called kora. So I'm gonna take a little bit of drum and
So the idea is, who is griot? It is a family tradition. Um, if your parents were griot, you were griot. If your grandparents were griot, your parents would be griot. You're griot. Your children will be griot. It's an idea that it passes along the generations. And that kind of ties in with the traditional storyteller role, um, where your parents would teach you the stories that you will teach to your children and maintain the history of your family and your people through that tradition. Um, and then how did it influence rap? Uh, we all know that back in the 1800s and earlier, um, slaves were being brought over from Africa into the United States. There's no way this tradition didn't also get brought over through that. Um, and beyond that, a lot of rap focuses on that storytelling aspect where you're communicating ideas over music. Okay, moving on from griot, the patter song. Patersong developed out of like comic opera and then opera parodies. Um, these would be shows where they would take like the seriousness of the opera and make fun of it. Um, so you would have things like pants rolls, where you would have a woman who was playing a man in the show, who then dressed up as a woman in the show. Um, and eventually, this Patersong idea got developed in vaudeville and comic opera. That's the type of show, um, especially by Gilbert and Sullivan. Um, let's just see what that sounds like. This is from The Music Man. It's called You Got Trouble. And in the show, basically every salesman uses this Patersong technique.
Of course, when it's in season.
Now, Mars, I need some ideas if I'm going to get your town out of the serious trouble it's in.
River City ain't in any trouble.
But then I have to create some. Must create a desperate need in your town for a boys' band. So why does everybody keep rubbering into the billiard parlor?
Oh, they just got in a new pool table.
They must have seen a pool table before.
No, just billiards.
That'll do it. You just sit where you are, and remember, if you see that music teacher... Are you Mr. Dunlop?
Yeah? Well, either you're closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to acknowledge, or you are not aware of the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Well, you got trouble, my friend. Right here, I say trouble right here in River City. Why, sure, I'm a billiard player. Certainly mighty proud to say I'm always mighty proud to say it. I consider that the hours I spend with a cue in my hand are golden. Help me cultivate horse sense and a cool head and a keen eye. Did you ever take and try to give an ironclad leave to yourself from a three-rail billiard shot? But just as I say it takes judgment, brains, and maturity to score in a balk-line game, I say that any boob can take and shove a ball in a pocket. And I call that sloth. The first big step on the road to the depths of degradation. I say first, medicinal wine from a teaspoon, then beer from a bottle. And the next thing you know, your son is playing for money in a pinchback suit. And listening to some big out-of-town Jasper, hearing him tell about horse race gambling. Not a wholesome trotting race, no, but a race where they set down right on the horse. Like to see some stuck-up jockey boy setting on Dan Patch, make your blood boil, well, I should say. Now, friends, let me tell you what I mean. You got one.
Okay, so the idea is that there's rapid words, there's tongue twisters, there's rhyming. Another example of Patersong, and it is a much older song, also Gilbert and Sullivan. The original song is I Am the Very Model of a Modern Major General, which I believe is actually referenced in one of the songs in Hamilton, but it's also in Despicable Me 3, because of course it is.
Pito patamilo milata katiki pouletica, c'est pas la joie des mitocala namoule macarena. Paoletus pabo patimele, c'est pas macagusta, mamie les belle, mais la moustache et la pica mucha. Moca coca pila caca fisa bella la masala, papa mama lo capi papo la gusta la romata, che paco damila toca boca pisa la lasagna. Kika la poma cabomba bella mira la Polonia. Kika la poma cabomba bella.
Okay, I won't torture you anymore. So the last question is more of an opinion question than anything else. Do you think it had a direct influence on rap? Focus on similarities, differences. Do you think this was actually a origin of rap, or do you think it might have just developed at the same time, but not purposefully leading into it? Okay, that's it. Your reflect is up. Go ahead and answer that. And that is it for today. Have a good day.